If one of us returns, it shall be just a step along our path. However, let's let that sit for now. Gather your strength, we'll talk again on our way up. Volford leaves the rest of you to consider what he said. You have time now for your vocations. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent of Mount Elodial. So what I'm afraid of is you're gonna like do this and then lose a person. So maybe you choose like your least useful person, and then you do it again and lose a person, and so on, until you're soloing it with the last person. Group boy buffs. Despite your growing knowledge of the Book of Rites, you yet struggle to grasp certain aspects of its teachings. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. All right, that's maxed out. Let's see. Hope. You concentrate on the substance of the words and teachings of the Book of Rites, such as you understand them thus far. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. You gain the reader's influence spirit. Finish studying. Continue. You can do it based on, how do I, no spoilers now. I was just guessing. I'm reminded, at least what I'm thinking how this works, I'm reminded of Stranded Alien Dawn, where people can evacuate the planet, but the pod can only hold one person. So you send people out one at a time, from least useful to most useful, because the last guy has to survive on the planet alone until the last pod arrives. Hey, Monkey Chat. Hey, Skooma. Here before you lies Mount Elodial, stretching far beyond your line of sight. Somewhere upon this mountain lies the only place from which you can escape the downside. Your companions gather round again before Volford, who stands tall as ever. Whether from the cold air or the subject now at hand, you sense a tension in the air. Now then, you all have many questions, no? I've done a lot of talking, so go on, ask away. But there is only silence. One question stands out in your mind, which you refrain from asking yet. If only one of you is to go free at first, who shall it be? Go on now, don't be shy, who first? Questions. Why us? Why you indeed, madame? That I can explain. You've seen the sort you stand against as adversaries in the rights. What is it that they want, do you suppose? They want their freedom back, of course. They'll settle for it on the Commonwealth's own terms. They'll gain their freedom and some cushy new responsibilities. Perhaps then they'll have a hand in sending still more exiles here to join us. Think on it. The Commonwealth rose from the ashes of a fallen empire thanks to the efforts of the first exiles who escaped this place via the rights. It is the Commonwealth's first and proudest tradition to honor those ones who live to redeem their transgressions. They have a certain wisdom, do they not? But as for you, I have been looking for a certain set of dispositions for a good length of time. All I needed was for somebody appropriate to show up and to listen. So I planted many little eyes and ears throughout this land, whispering hints of this, absurd as it may sound. Took someone with a certain faith and creativity to go with it. That someone proved to be Hedwin over there. He was tasked with seeking 2 trustworthy allies, an old buried wagon, and a reader. He was invited to bring others for the ride, all different sorts, gather enough help, and he and his friends could be free. Long story short, but you know the rest. So then why you? Because I've reason to believe that you're not the sort to play right back into the Commonwealth's old hand. The rights, as you have seen, are quite exclusive. You are imposters in this little party. You could be the ones to break it up. Now then, more questions. Your head is beginning to spin. You can excuse yourself or keep listening. Yes, this is important. Keep listening. Volford's explanations are a lot to take in, though you feel compelled to absorb as much of what he is willing to tell you at this point. He prompts for further questions when Jodariel raises her voice again. Hold, you mistook my meaning. I understood your plan, still I wish to know why us? Why are we, among all others, chosen for this liberation rite? Ah, I see. Well, but that is simple really, madam. You are chosen, you are qualified, I should say, because as the expression goes, 'tis what the scribes ordain. Though in this case, the expression is quite literally true. When the 8 created the rites, each one of them anointed certain other exiles to participate on their behalf, exiles who showed some promise of redemption. The triumvirates they formed have stood the test of time, replenishing their numbers as their individuals moved on or passed on. You've met them as they are today, the accusers, the withdrawn, and so on. The 8 scribes also formed a special group against which all the others would be judged. The group they call the Nightwings. You bear their books, wear their masks and raiments. You need but show up to the rites, you see. The others erstwhile jockey for position for a chance to take you on. Yeah, well, what if we don't? What if we don't show up? Then you would deny yourselves a chance at freedom, and deny it also to your adversaries. Victory means nothing in a common right then. Participation is all that matters. Not so, madam. Only the enlightened may regain their freedom. What failure can be an excellent teacher, the scribes do favor the victor. So you see, those who do not conduct the rites, or do not prevail in them sufficiently, may find themselves barred from the liberation rites. But these are technicalities. The Nightwings disbanded years ago. Since then, no one has gone free. Yet still the other triumvirates passed on with fleeting hope one day you'd be back. It's been a heavy price to pay in all of this. Now if you'll excuse me, we'll talk again some other time. Some murmur to themselves about all of this as Volfred takes his leave. Others reconnoiter the pathways leading up the mountain and present you with options. Emperor's Ascent. Faye believes the 8 scribes will bless whoever goes through here. Is there a low reason why they speak vaguely Italian, Latin, gobbledygook? I think it's just like The Sims, you know? They just kind of make up their own little fun language, and then you just read the bottom. The sublime beauty of Mount Elodial, along with the thin air this high above the sea, has been enough to silence even the most talkative of your companions. However, Faye has been positively bursting with excitement. Isn't it wonderful? I think it really is, don't you? Screw. Tizo seems not to share Faye's enthusiasm. He does not like the cold. You've been here before, Tizo, isn't that so? Why would you ever leave? I wouldn't leave. I'd stay. I think I'd stay. Unless maybe I got too cold or hungry. Wait, is that? Something about her changes them. Wait, look. But Tizo, don't you see? Look, don't you see them there? Scurry? Tizo seems to be exclaiming something in utter disbelief. You see, you yourself see nothing, but Faye almost rises off her feet as the imp looks on astonished. Was that the scribes? It was. I know it was. They said something to me. They spoke to me. They told us we are welcome, that we're welcome here. Faye runs off to spread the word among all your companions. Strangely enough, her enthusiasm is infectious, and in spite of everything, your spirits rise. +2 hope for the next rite. Alright. Temple High Road. You and Hedwin walk in silence for some time as he conducts a customary survey of the area. Well, my friend, no sign of howlers, as Jody would say, no sign of anything at all. You sense something is troubling. Oh, that. It's just... I've just been giving lots of thought to everything that Volfred's told us. In another couple of days, one of us shall be gone all of a sudden. Or, I don't mean to put it that way, one of us could go free. We earn our way back one by one, as he said. I want you to know something. The others and I, we talked it over, and when the time comes, we want you to decide. Decide who gets to go, if anyone. This might all be part of Volfred's plan, but we got here thanks to you, and even though I'm worrying right now about us splitting up, I guess if Volfred has its way, all of us will meet up on the other side. And won't that be a day? Worst case, we'll keep failing in the rites, and we're stuck down here together, just like this. The two of you walk on in silence for a time. When at last you return to the wagon, Hedwin turns to you again. Thanks to the company. I think I'm better now. He feels more prepared for the next rite. Likewise, hope for the best. Tiny bit of XP. Okay. Win a Warhammer? Probably between 9 and 9:30. You and your companions gather at Scribe's Gate, where the single narrow trail to the summit narrows even more and falls under an archway carved of stone. Come along now, everyone, and be prepared to speak your mind when you're called. Frankly, most of you still lack enlightenment, but we may pass together, much how we act with a single heart and mind during the rites.
I am maximum.
Mukluk Wog emote win. Would it just be the little minion guy screaming? Ah! Well then, lead onward, Tariq. Please follow me. Removing his hat, the lone minstrel approaches the gate. You and the others follow. When the last of your companions nears the arch, you notice someone standing high above, who then appears before you. She eyes the lone minstrel first. Is that you, Tariq? It is. Greetings, Celeste. And how was your rest? Too long, Celeste. It seems your work has piled up in the meantime. You bring this many to the gate? Aye. Then let us make this quick. She gestures towards the rest of you. Now each of you in turn state who you are and what you seek while crossing the Scribe's Gate. Do as she says, please, without questioning. Your fellow exiles exchange glances, but quickly comply. I'll start. They call me Hedwin the Deserter. I've come here seeking freedom for myself and my companions. In my case, so I can return to be with the one whom I love. The woman bids him forward. The lone minstrel prompts Rookie to speak up next. I'm regarded by the name of Rookie Greentail. I just want to get out of here. I guess with my chums, preferably. Go see Mama back home. I am Captain Jodariel. I do not truly know as yet what I'm seeking here. My name is Faye, and I am here, I think, because the scribes have called to me. It must be them, because if not, then who? Scree eek. Tizo seems to live up to the Nightwing's legacy, and maybe see the Commonwealth someday. Sir Gilman of the Sea Dominion at your service. This knight is on a quest to find his honor. He lost it at some point. Pamitha Thane. I'm only here because my sister's here. Then, as Volfred steps forward, the one called Celeste raises her voice. You. I recognize you from the Nightwings of the past. You are not clad in the raiments any longer. I would know why. I had my chance already. The Nightwings that stand before you, I travel with them as a pilgrim now. I see. Then state why you are here, as have the others. My name is Volfred Sandalwood. I seek liberty for each of us so that one day we all might stand shoulder to shoulder on the other side and bring our freedom to the people there. She waves him by. Then she turns to you, for there is no one left to go. State who you are to traverse Scribe's Gate. You are a crippled scholar. When you learned the old ways, they came for you, and you could not run far. You've always sought to understand the world around you. That knowledge proved dangerous in the Commonwealth, but now it has brought you to this point. The one called Celeste continues to examine you, expecting you to add to your response. What do you truly seek? I want to see what happens. I expect the outcome of this whole ordeal is going to be interesting. You just want to see your quest through to the end. You are not one to go through life examining whatever it is that you desire. You take life as it comes and are content to appreciate some of the surprises. The woman regards you for a time, then nods once, and waves all of you by. The 8 scribes bid the Nightwings welcome here. Go forth with glory. And Tariq, I, Celeste, be on your way as well. The lone minstrel bows his head and puts his hat back. He does not look back at her. When he opened his eyes to look at her, I think that's the only time we've seen his eyes open, and he had like golden pupils. It made me think like Aasimar from D&D, people with angel blood. From the top of Mount Elodial, you can see the distant downside before you. You think on the many thousand leagues you cross to reach this point as the sky grows dim. Page revealed, mercy shown. Let's see. I'm not in the mood to squint right now. The Imp Haub and I, we helped to save my Emperor, and when the danger did subside, my Emperor Solium Mur, he said something to me which shook me to the essence of my being. He said, you gave your freedom, Master Galathanian, so that I may yet have mine. You too now are an exile of the downside. In all the days which I have left, I can never repay the mercy you have shown me. So if I cannot do so in this life, then I shall do it in the next. We crossed the land together, and together with the Imp, we gained the company of those who saw in him what I did. Alright, I'm predicting that she's going to say to pick Hedwyn to get freedom. That's what I'm thinking. Jadariel appears to be prepared for whatever it is to come this night. Though it is not yet dark, she is already in her raiments. Hedwyn soon joins her, also looking ready. Any sign of Rookie? None as of yet. Complained about a chafing at the collar of his mask. Our freedom might be hinging on that collar, then. I am certain that it is. They share a laugh together. The 3 of you exchange glances, but nothing is said or needs to be said. Soon, if Volfred is to be believed, one of your companions may regain his or her freedom. Hey, what'd I miss? Am I late? Is it starting yet? Is it starting yet? Easy, Rookie. We got a little time, it isn't starting yet. How fare your struggles with your mask, Greentail? Feeling a lot better, thanks. Just had to smash it repeatedly against a wall a bit. Put some of the old nerves to bed there, for good measure. Though, this is really happening, huh? One of us might be getting out of here, like soon. By dawn, in fact, if all goes well. If all goes well. That's one way to look at it, I guess. What are you getting at, Greentail? Well, it's just we might be breaking up the band here, people. If one of us gets out, that's been bugging me for a while now. I thought we all were getting out of here at once. He shoots a look at you. Some of us, we might not be getting out of here at all. Hedwyn slams his fist against the wall. No, not if I can help it. We made a promise to each other, each of us. The 4 of us. We're all getting out of here. I care about the others too. I do. But we've been here from the start. I want you to know my promise is you. And I believe you'll do the same for me. So it's like this. If any of us gets out, great. But it's just a start. We're going to do whatever it takes there on the other side to make it so the rest of us can get back too. What, you think they're going to build a bridge down here if we ask nice or something? I don't know what it's going to take. I just know we have to try. Jodariel turns to you. Reader, we shall find a way. She nods to reassure you and to reassure herself. Ruki nods his head in turn. And Hedwyn's gaze never once falters. Well, my friends, I think it's just about time. Let's go. What if the people disappear and they're like, yeah, they're free now, trust us, and they're dead. That was a sharp time for the music to stop. One by one, they turn towards the door. The fall of Solium awaits, a vital step in your quest for freedom. Yet you feel in your heart that it shall only be the first. Your 3 companions gain +1 hope for the liberation ritual. River frost, so cold it can burn the skin, but keeps the wagon cool and food fresher longer. Shop. Hey guys, just here where it all. I know how you come here. How come you made it all the way up here? Oh, I know, all right. You're here because I got the lowest prices and all the downside. Am I right? And some of the new stuff I got in stock, you're gonna get a lot of value there, an awful lot. Did we already equip the new trinket for the imp? No, I have not. There we go. What do we got? Oh, that's a respec thing. You guys have a good day out there. Commence the liberation rite. Is everyone prepared, Edwin? Yes, though several of us have another question that's been troubling us. You need but ask. You said that one of us is going to return to the Commonwealth if we defeat the Tempers and the Rites this night. What happens if we fail? Edwin, my boy, don't you see? The path to freedom and the path to enlightenment are one and the same. Do you intend to stray from the path? No. Then you have nothing to fear. But let me be much more upfront with you. Should you be defeated by the Tempers this night, then one of them shall end up going free instead of one of you. It's as simple as that. What then is to be done? The very same if we achieve victory. We await our next such opportunity and make the most of it. Tonight our plan is set in motion. We are united in our cause. We shall look as ever toward the stars for guidance and seize upon our future chances just as they arise. So look up, my boy, and set aside your doubts. It is time to take great strides along the path. I am hoping that this game does not turn into replay the whole game over with one less person over and over and over until you're out of people. I really hope that's not what happens.
Many years have passed since last the Nightwings gained the summit of the sacred mountain and stood upon the fall of Solium. You are to be commended for your guidance, reader. But only if you can prevail in this liberation rite. Here you stand to gain.
Oh, there's the 2 bards on the sides.
Your adversaries are none other than the Tempers. I trust they need no introduction. Soon, one among you shall regain their freedom.
The pyres burn and each of the triumvirants is present and prepared. I concur. The pyres burn and each of the triumvirants is present and prepared. Then anointed one of the Tempers, come forth now and declare yourself and pay any respects you have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. A massive demon swaggers into view. He reaches for his mask. How did those horns fit? You know who I am already, but look at what we got here. The damn Nightwings decided to show up. Almost figured we were never going to see the day again. He takes notice of someone in your ranks. You! He indicates Jodariel. She scoffs back at him. Lose the mask. Ain't seen one of our own in ages. Not in these damned robes. Jodariel's hesitation is almost imperceptible before she moves to remove her mask just as her adversary asked. Satisfied? Whoa, you must be new. Jodariel soon puts her mask back on. Enough talk. Ha, I like you, curly horns. Tell you what, once we put out your lights, you come along with these guys. We're gonna have a spot open. Only shame is I ain't gonna be around to show you a good time. I should rather cut out my tongue. Oh, you don't mean that. Our kind, we ought to stick together. Now, come on! Ignarius throws his mask back on as his allies snarl at the rest of you. Have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct this rite? The lone minstrel gets your attention in his subtle way. Reader, this is it. The first companion whom you choose shall be anointed to go free this very night if you prevail. The other two in the triumvirate shall lend their aid. As you know, only the most enlightened in the rites are eligible to go free. Not all among you may be ready yet. Now, Nightwings, I would have your decision.
Who most deserves their freedom?
I'm curious who's eligible. So apparently Hedwyn is eligible. Jodariel's eligible. The dog is unworthy. Faye is unworthy. The imp is eligible. The worm is unworthy. And the harpy's unworthy. Alright. We're fighting for Hedwyn. I think, okay, assuming, this is my logic, chat. Assuming he really does go free, I think he's the most likely to do anything in his power to help the rest of us go free. That's my thoughts. And I could still do rights without him if I have to. Because he kind of shares the same moveset as Faye. If you insist. Then the Gate Guardian looks upon you and your adversaries. Very well. Then under the watch of the 8 scribes, here are the stakes of this eve's liberation rite. Should the Nightwings prevail, the one called Hedwyn the Deserter shall be liberated. Should the Tempers prevail, the exile Ignarius will go free instead. Then she turns to you. Now, who among the Nightwings shall complete your triumvirate to strive alongside Hedwyn the Deserter and see to him in his return to glory?
Who shall be at his side? Jodariel.
Very well. Let us prevail here and see this through.
Tizo.
Brock, you ever hear whom? Tizo is more than willing to throw all his support behind Hedwyn this night.
It is done.
Very well, the 8 scribes accept your choices, Reader of the Nightwings. She then indicates to the lone minstrel. Now are you prepared, yourself prepared to read? Aye, Celeste. Then let us all begin. Nightwings! Been waiting an awful long time to get out of this hole. Try and stop me.
Commence.
Score! Oh my god, 130 health. Goalie blocked it. $20 damage. $15 damage. Ah, dang it. Damage. Ah, intercepted. No, he knocked me into the thing. Wait, what? I lost track of the orb. He like threw it across the arena. Damage. You good-for-nothing Nightwings. Skip out on us for years and years, then show up all of a sudden like you're gonna let somebody out for once, but we gotta work for it, I guess. Damn it! I used to be the best. At least. But now the pressure's getting to me. Can't believe it's getting to me. Moira, I doubt you'd even recognize me anyway. Come on, Nightwings. Let's see you keep this up. Moira? I guess the person that he's trying to go visit.
Banishment. Thoroughly banished. Righteous fire. Your fire
what?
Weakens.
My goalie failed me.
Too bad for that one. Banished all of them. Fear not the purified flame.
Alright, game point for me.
Now go on, just once more.
Oh, he intercepted me.
Well, I dare
Crap.
say.
I thought that the aura covered it enough. Oh.
A rude predicament for the tempers. And there it is. At last.
There we go. Alright, that's game.
The Nightwings proved their worth. An outcome which left little room for
Goodbye,
doubt.
Headwind.
Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. His adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences.
What a joke. We should have had this. You should have had this. Got all rusty. You've been waiting so damn long. Damn it. Damn it. Nightwings! Be seeing you around, I guess. Next time you ain't gonna be so lucky. Man, it's hard to feel bad. It's hard to not feel bad for that guy. We did it. Oh, his clothes are changing color. Then I guess that means I have to go. I broke my vow to him, that we would all go free together. Reader, my friend, why would you do this? Will you ever forgive me? Fikani, wait for me, wait for me. Oh, she even has a picture. Someone for whom Headwind cares deeply. They were separated in the Commonwealth. He remained silent for a moment longer, then, listen to me, all of you. I will not forget this. If there's anything at all I can do back on the other side to help the rest of you, I am going to find it, and I am going to do it. And at the very least, I will do everything I can to make sure that by the time more of you come join me back home, it'll be a better place for all of us. Look, I don't have long now, so just thank you, all of you, I won't forget this. Then he plunges out of sight into the shimmer pool. His voice is audible, but growing faint. It's happening. Goodbye, my friends. Reader, everyone, goodbye, until we see each other. Headwind earned back his freedom. May he return in glory.
Godspeed, Headwind.
Or he's dead. Oh god, they're launching him into space!
The scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again.
Chorus. So we will never get to see his max level abilities.
Until the turning of the stars, farewell.
Okay. After your victory over the Tempers and the Liberation Rite, you return to your wagon to decide how to proceed from here.
Stare fantis.